Hi, I'm Erin Eide, and I'm a learning experience manager at Brainstorm. A lot of folks have had to get used to working remotely over the last few months, and I want to talk to you about my experience in managing a remote team. It's one thing to manage a team of people when you can be in the office with them and get those personal connections at the water cooler or as you're meeting in the hall. But when you're meeting and managing a remote team, you want to make sure to include opportunities to really make those meetings be effective and personally rewarding. So I want to share a few tips with you. First, it's important that you create a shared space to collect those meeting notes. Now, I know that can seem a little forced, but what it does is gives both parties a chance to write down their notes and their thoughts ahead of the meeting and to refer back to them later on. That can be great for filling in the gaps between meetings. My second big tip when you're managing a remote team is to bake in time to connect with that person personally. It can be really easy to talk to folks just about meeting and work, but it's also important to check in with them as people. You can't separate the two. And so you do want to make sure that that connection doesn't get lost just because you're meeting virtually. My third tip is for you to listen first and then ask people a couple of prompts to help make sure that you're hearing about what's most important to them. What are you focused on right now is a great starter question. You might think you know what they're focused on, but to hear it in their own words will help you understand if there are any challenges or new opportunities that you might not have been aware of. I also like to ask, what are you most proud of? It gives the person you're speaking with a chance to really shine a light on those parts of their work that they're finding rewarding. And my third favorite question to ask is, what can I do to clear the way for you to do your best work? Those are three great questions that I think really help listen to the people that report to you. Now, my fourth tip for managing a remote team is to make sure that you share business updates at the end. It can be really tempting to run a one-on-one where the business updates are what you front load the meeting with. But the other parts of the meeting that I just outlined, having that shared space, baking in time to connect personally, and then listening to the person who reports to you, all of those should take precedence because sharing updates is something that you can do offline or in between meetings if you run out of time. So there you go. I hope those tips help you manage your remote team a little more effectively.